Sayyidina Muhammad wa ala alihi wa sahbihi ajma'in. When we look at all the holy books in the world, we find that they all have a particular theme. Their thematic structure is, however, not the same. Each holy book has its own theme. So the Guru Granth Sahib of Guru Nanak, for instance, focuses on the caste system in India. Very big emphasis on that. And along with that, the equality of human beings. If we look at the Old Testament, then it is a testimony to not an individual, but a community. Israel, the Jews themselves, their trials and their tribulations over the centuries, their rewards and punishments, and so on. If we look at the New Testament, for instance, it revolves around a personality. It has to do with the transition of a living Christ, a living Jesus to an eternal Christ, from human being to deity, from man to God. The entire Old Testament, the New Testament, the Synoptic Gospels, Matthew, Luke, Mark, and John, they all focus on that. If you look at the Bhagavad Gita, for instance, it looks at Ishwar and it looks at so many other things, all of them connected to life in India. If you look at the Quran, however, the overall, overwhelming, unmistakable theme of the Quran is Allah, which might strike you as odd, because you think if it's a holy book, all holy books should be speaking about Allah, but they don't. In whatever language they've used, they should be speaking about the ultimate deity. But getting to the ultimate deity is humanity's long journey, and you see it reflected in their books. The entire Quran focuses on Allah. And this is best encapsulated in Ayatul Kursi, which, if you look carefully at it, has two parts in it. The first part speaks about the eternal Allah, self-standing, and the Allah that moves with history, so to speak. So we begin that particular ayah which says, Allahu la ilaha illa huwa al-hayyul qayyum. This Allah is living and self-sustaining. Just these two attributes of Allah, the fact that He is living, as opposed to all the deities that have existed in the past. The one thing you have to concede as a Buddhist, as a Christian, as anyone out there, that all my deities have gone. Al-Hayy, Al-Qayyum. And then He has certain attributes that sets Him apart from the other deities. La ta'khudhuhu sinatun wala nawm. Neither sleep nor slumber overcomes Him. He is not susceptible to these weaknesses. Lahu ma fi samawati wa ma fil ard. Unto Him belongs this entire universe. These are all attributes, when you look at them in contrast to the other deities, they all fall short. Until you get to this verse which talks about Allah in history. Man dha alladhi yashfa'u 'indahu illa bi'idhnih. Who will intercede with Him except with His permission? And then the entire verse ends up in the same way. This is Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala interacting with human beings. He chooses some and does not choose others. So He accepts the intercession of some and He rejects the intercession of the other. Contrast this second part of this particular ayah with the first part. In that part, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala stands majestic and He is unwavering. He is Al-Hayy, Al-Qayyum. In the second part, he interacts with creatures, human beings, the universe in various ways. Inshallah, we'll talk about that in the future. Wa alaikum assalam.